Hi, in this video I don't want to speak about any technical advice. In this video I'd like to speak about performance anxiety and from my experience, how I experienced it myself and how I helped other students and other musicians to overcome and deal with their performance anxiety. When I was in my mid-20s, I had a memory slip during a class concert and which led me down a very dark alley emotionally. In the end of that year, I seriously considered for the first time in my life changing professions. It was getting worse and worse, and everything I was trying to was not working. Today, I'm 48. I perform 30 to 50 concerts a year. I really enjoy most of them, if not all of them, and I can control my anxiety in most of them, if not all of them. So I am talking from experience about how I dealt with my own demons and how we can, or you can perhaps deal with yours. The way I approach though, it's not from a purely psychological point of view for several reasons. And the first one is that I don't have a degree in psychology, and I would not presume to give such an advice. Definitely, it's under with such a media. The second one is that most performing concerts violinists that I know are not psychologists. So the way I approach this situation is instead of teaching myself or you how not to be terrified, I think we should teach ourselves how to play well when we're terrified. And this leads to much less anxiety, because if you know that no matter what, you're going to go on stage and your technique will answer, then you have a much lower anxiety level. However, this is nicely said and done, but and of course with young people, especially in their 20s, and when you choose this profession to be your life calling, it puts a lot of pressure on your shoulder. How you're going to make a living, how you're going to even finish your masters or be a bachelor's, competitions, auditions. All of this leads to a lot of anxiety, and we have to deal with this, and sometimes we do it in different ways. And there are many other people out there who give advice, and just shop around. I mean, go and listen to whatever people have to say, and then choose whatever it is that's good for you. So not everything I will say will work for you, but I think a lot of what I will say can work for you. So in this video, I just want to talk about the difference between being excited and being terrified, because I think being excited is a wonderful thing that we can bring to the stage. When I played recitals and recorded myself, I usually found that the first piece that when I went on stage that I didn't feel as well, I was dealing with my own things, went better than the end of the recital, when I was just feeling already I've accommodated myself on stage, and now I could just feel, went over all my borders, and I was feeling really nice. And that didn't go as well eventually than the first piece, when I was feeling a little bit more careful. So I think being excited and feeling the knot in the stomach, I wait for the knot in the stomach. I wait for it to happen, and now I know, okay, I'm excited to go on stage. People are going to listen to me and watch me as well, and I'm gonna try to entertain them and give them a musical experience that they will take with them. That's an exciting moment, and I think we should not try to cancel that when we are trying to deal with being terrified. Now, if you shake uncontrollably, out of breath, feeling that you want to run away from the stage the second you start playing, and you're feeling out of control, memory lapses, your mind going and you're screaming different stuff at you, yeah, you're terrified. And that thing we should deal with. And it can be dealt, of course, in, like I said, in many ways. But I want right now for you to dwell that being excited, you're allowed to be excited. You're allowed to feel your stomach knotting and you're allowed to feel your pulse getting higher and quicker, your blood pressure getting higher. It's allowed. It's what makes a performance. I think I would not like to go on stage like completely cool. I would like to go on stage when I'm feeling a little bit like, this is gonna happen. And in the other videos that I will post out, I will give more concrete advice. And actually, if you go through my channels, a lot of my what I talk about deal with also anxiety and how to deal with it. So you can, I mean, I'm just gonna do like shorter videos for shorter attention span of the 2020s, and see if I have some new things to say than I didn't have 5 years ago. And so I will post short videos with things to say about anxiety and how to deal with. A lot of it has to do with how you practice. And the real short answer, if you like one short answer, is perform, perform, perform. Your fifth performance will be better than your first one. So if you're ready to fail, fail forward. A very good friend of mine has coined this in my head. Fail forward. Fail, it's bad, okay? It doesn't feel well, but you go on and you do it again. And then eventually you get over it. Now, sometimes you don't have the chance to do it 5 times, and we want to do it the first time. And there's a way for this to happen also the first time. My first performance of everything is not a complete failure. So we need to go to that level, to the level where when your level falls down because of trauma, you are not completely collapsing on stage. As I've seen happen, unfortunately, almost every year when I listen to auditions or in competitions, I see someone just go completely to pieces, and then you just want to go to them and say, "Oh, come on! You shouldn't be in this place. You shouldn't be in this. This is music. You know, this is in medicine. If you make a mistake, somebody dies. Okay, but in music, you just hit a wrong note. That's okay, fine." So I just dwell, please, on. Take 30 seconds to dwell about the difference between excitement and fear, and try to see where you are on the spectrum. Please post me questions. I'm going to try to play around with some editing and put my email right now. If it's not there, just reach out to me another way. And post me questions regarding anything, from technique to what I just talked about now, and I'll try to answer as we go along. Be healthy. Peace.